YouTube was good, man. Back with another video. We've been missing for a little bit, but yeah, we back. We're doing a little trading video today, teaching you guys the fundamentals of trading, breaking down a trade that I took. But yeah, man, let's cut straight to it. So okay, these levels that I've drawn here, I'll explain them. Let me do this. Go to the daily. Increase the size. Let me delete everything. Delete all arrows. Okay, no. How do I delete? Okay. So let's start from here. Let's imagine the chart starts right there. All these pieces aren't there. Right? This is not here yet. Let me see if I can block it out. Can't really block it out. So now we start with these levels. Price comes down, goes up. We know gold has been going up for a long time. Okay, this thing is annoying. We know price has been going up for a long time. It's a bullish trend, we know this. So now we zoom in to find a specific point of interest that we want to look at. Price goes up, comes down, goes up heavily. From this level it spikes down. It rejects, heavy rejection up here. It closes there. It breaks down. Something stops it because from this massive sell-off, something stopped it right there. There was massive. You see the difference between there was a fair value gap right there on the daily time frame. That's significant. That's a significant area. So we know price goes up, it comes down. It goes back up, it retests this level. You know, that indicates, okay, bullish trend. Price goes up, comes down, goes up, right? So now we have to draw key levels that we think of are interesting. This is a high. So price goes up, breaks down, comes down there. This is a low, this is another low. It's a higher low. You understand? You can see it. Price goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. So you can draw another level here. This is a top, this is another top. You understand? But I won't put that many lines just to not confuse you. So now we're looking at this level. This is a key area of interest. Price comes down, breaks through this level, right? Retest this level. Breaks through that high. That's what gold usually does. It goes up, comes down, goes up. But it retests that down move. It retests the previous area where it broke through. So price goes up, comes down, goes up. It broke this level. It has to retest that level. Okay, it extended too much a little bit, but let's forget that part for a while. Price goes up, retest this level, goes up again. So this is a protected area. You would expect price to not break straight through this level, which is something I was looking at. I thought price would come do this and then take out this previous high. Price comes, it breaks through it. That's what changed my bias. I said, okay, price is bearish, and I know it's gonna bounce off this level because it's a previous level where buyers stepped in and pushed price above. So this is exactly what we expect to happen. Price goes up. We can delete this now. Price goes up at that level, right? But why did it stop there? Because this was the previous level where sellers came in and pushed price down. You see what I'm saying? Look here. This is a high. What was supposed to happen? Price should come up here and sellers should push it back down, but buyers pushed it up. You understand? So there's buyers that sit at this level. So price comes down again. This level is interesting. It's important because from this move up, why did it all of a sudden go down from there? There's a seller there. This is a protected level. Price comes, it breaks through that level. There was a lot of momentum, it breaks through that level. But there's a seller here. The same seller that was at these levels are now here. They're stepping in earlier, pushing price down. So we know that there's a buyer here at this level. So we expect price to come down and go up. But we also know there's a seller here who's pushing prices down. So price comes down, gets pushed up, gets pushed down. I was in for another position here. I was in a buy. I thought price would go up from this level, take out this high, take out this high. right? These buyers step in, because this buyer step in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You understand? This buyer stepped in, so I was expecting another move for a move up. I got long here. Price cashed. I closed the position here. I was down heavily. I had lost a significant amount of my account. Significant. I, wa- I was, I think, I'll be honest with you, I started the account with 6,000 in the account, right? It's not that much money. Started the account with 6,000. I managed to get the account to 16,000 before I took this trade here, where I placed a buy. Price goes down, it cashes out, or I cashed out around this level here. Because I could tell, okay, I was wrong. This level was supposed to be protected. For price to break through it is a signal of there's weakness here. There's a seller in the market who's pushing price down heavily, and you can see there's a higher high, higher low. I mean, lower high. It was price is forming lower highs, so you could tell that it's in a bearish trend. So yeah, I cashed out. Yeah, I think I lost about 14,000 on that trade. So my account was at 2,000. Anyways, so I changed my bias. I got into some sells at this level. I need to go to the 4 hour to show you exactly what was happening at this level. Why I decided to do that. Remember, we spoke about this. Price goes up, it retests this level. This is the protected high, this area right there. Price goes up, bounces off, takes that, does that insane move. Price comes down. This is the level I was talking about, where the buyer stepped in. They step in, they push price up. They step in, they push price up. And again here, once price reaches this level where a previous seller was, price collapsed. I got in long here expecting price to go up. Price collapsed. I got out around there. I'd lost about, like I said, 14,000 in my account. Once I saw this started to happen, I went to the 1 hour. I went to the 1 hour, and I could see I got out around there somewhere. I could see price was doing what it does on gold. It crashes, consolidates. I was expecting another move down, so I placed my shorts here. I was short a lot. I was short up here, and I was short here. So price came down. This is where I cashed out, because I expected the buyer to come in again and then go up. So price goes. This move had me. I thought it was gonna go up, and then it did that. So I was like, okay, it's up now. And I looked. I turned away, and I saw price was down here again. So I closed the positions. I lost a lot, but I was like, okay, let me refocus. I know it should sell, so I placed my sells. Price was riding, and it started to collapse. It started to collapse very nicely, and this is a very important level. Price is starting to collapse. I could see it was bouncing off this level. I sold it, man. I held it. Obviously, along the way, I took out the positions and I opened new positions because I wanted my account to grow. That's the key about this thing. You want a big account. You need to trade with some capital. You can't put 100 rand in and expect to survive these moves. You need at least, if you want to be comfortable, you need at least 50,000 in your account. Obviously, I'm not at that level yet, but I need to show you that what I'm saying is true. I took these positions and I made this profit. Yeah, that's perfect. So you can see there. I don't know if you can see, but for these past 2 days, I've made back the amount that I lost. So I made, I think, about 18k profit, but you can't really see it for some reason on this thing. Just focus, man. Just focus. Okay, anyways, yeah, I've made 18,000 in 2 days. My salary next year as an accountant would be around 20,000. So my aim for this year, because I didn't make it, I didn't pass. My aim for this year was to trade, see if I can trade at the level where I'm bringing in 20,000 every month. Just, to see if I could survive if I change my mind at some point. Because even next year, you need multiple streams of income. You need multiple streams of income. I know people expect you once you graduate that you're all set. There's no ways. There's no ways. You don't get enough money. Yeah, it's your first time getting money, but it's not anything that's really sustainable. It's not something that can keep you moving, keep you excited. You need a different form of income, and I found trading is something that if you find someone who knows what they're talking about, they can teach you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to teach. Obviously, there's monetary incentive for me. I get paid commission for anyone who I refer to my broker. You know, and I can sell courses. I can sell all these things. So there is an incentive for me to provide you with good information, and also charge you for the information, because I had to lose money in order to understand these things. So I need to recoup that money somehow so I can fund my account. But yeah, this isn't a charity. It's not like I need the money. It's just that it would speed up the process significantly. So I expect my trading journey to continue to grow. I really enjoy trading. Trading is something that it it gives you hope. It gives you hope, you know. It gives you hope that there's something else out there for you. If you're looking down a career path where you don't really want to go anymore, it gives you some hope. Obviously, do what you need to do, but yeah, never give up. Obviously, just try be disciplined. But that comes from with practice. You can't really. You need to trade. You need to lose money to understand these things. But yeah, trading is really fun. Trading is really fun. You can lose a lot of money. This is not financial advice, of course. I know financial advice. I ain't got no certificates. I'm just a trader. Obviously, the goal, the aspiration is to start trading bigger amounts. I'm looking at hundreds of thousands, just to be comfortable, just to trade at a level that's sustainable, where we're making a significant amount of money every day is possible. People expect that they can turn $100 rand into 2,000 every day. That doesn't make any sense. You need to think bigger. Your account needs to be at least 100,000. Okay, that's a little bit too much. 50,000 for you to think about making maybe 2,000 every day. So it's not impossible. And then obviously you just multiply that value. If your salary next year is 20,000 per month, you wanna do that, you need to make 1,000 a day. That's not impossible. And your income is tax free, essentially, if you structure it properly. But that's also another leg that I'll get into. Trading, yes, it's about making money, but once you have the money, what do you do with that money? My money, I use it to pay off credit cards. I use it in the business. I fund it into my business, into charities that I own. There's making money, and then there's making money work for you. Trading is about making money. But how can you make your money work for you? There's a difference. Money working for you is you not putting in any effort, and this thing is generating income. Trading is effort. You need to pay attention. You need to keep track of the markets. You need to do all these things. So that's the edge that you get at IBS. Yes, we teach you how to make money, but we also teach you how to use money. Most people don't know how to use money. Making money is the easy part. Everyone makes money. How many people have their money working for them? How long do most people keep their money? It's less than a month. So that's the key. That's the goal about IBS. I've been doing investments, money management for the past 4 or 5 years, man. I started this thing in grade 11 is when I bought my first equity share. Doubled that account. I think I had 3,000 in the account. I ended the trading journey, the season, with about 8,000. That was my first real flip. That's when I was like, okay, the level has now changed. I'm generating income for myself. Obviously, I was quiet about it. I didn't really tell most people. I put my brothers on, of course. You know, my little brothers. I had to. These niggas do not know how to. Yo, man. So I had to teach them about investing and about money management. I created schools where I try to teach people about money management. I didn't really get a lot of engagement, but that was, I could understand that the core, what I was providing at the time wasn't really, it didn't have a lot of substance. I was speaking in theory, you know, trying to break down what I was doing. But now I've added a practical sense to what I'm doing. I teach people how to make money, then I teach them what to do with the money. That's the edge that IBS brings. Previously, it was just to teach people about what to do with money, but then I realized most people don't have any money. So the key is to teach them how to make money, and then you provide them with the education on how to structure their money. You know, you can trade through a company if you understand what you're doing, if you have the right papers in place, and that's the key. Trade through these entities. Don't do anything in your own capacity. Um, but yeah, IBS, man, we're making a comeback. I'm doing this final year again. Last year it was insane. This is possibly the hardest thing that I've ever done. Cause it's not overnight. You have to sit through the whole year, and do this thing again. I used to hate fitness. We used to do fitness for about 30 minutes before school every morning. During the early morning training sessions, I used to hate those. But luckily, it was only about an hour, 2 hours, and I'm done. This is for a substantial period of time. Um, so yeah, the trading psychology has really affected how I view my day to day. I'm not really as phased by things that don't go my way anymore. Uh, it's it's all about just staying focused and trying again. Obviously, never rely on school. I've never relied on school. I never will. Uh, I'll always find a way to make money outside of school. Trading is something that came to me. I don't know why I haven't done it earlier, but yeah, the game has changed now, man. We're providing income for ourselves for my bedroom. Um, there was times where I used to pray for things like this, man. So I'm extremely grateful. Obviously, the next goal is just to scale, man. You know, I'm ambitious. It's just to scale, man. Just to get bigger. Just to get bigger. Just to make more moves, manage more capital. When I get to the position where I'm maybe trading for a large banker institution, learning, you know, actual skills, trading skill, getting access to capital. But yeah, everything in due time. I failed, but there's a reason for it. I just need to find the reason, and I need to stay focused, keep pushing. Uh, yeah. For any of you out there who have failed, the smartest people on the planet were failures, were people who dropped out. So there's nothing, you don't lose anything by failing. You're not a failure. Just remember that, you know, keep trying. I saw something painful today. I saw that my previous classmates were graduating. So that was a little shock to the system, but I understand that it was probably necessary for me to see that, just to remind me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. The move has always been to move from the ES side to the BI side. You know, the right side of the cash flow quadrant, where I have businesses and I have investments. That's the key. Trading is a business. Trading is a business where you can manage with no employees. That's what trading is, man. Taking that money from trading and investing it in your own business. That is what IBS is about. Capital inflows and capital management. So yeah, never. I'm never down and out. I'm just broke at the moment. Yeah, man. But yeah, most people are getting their credit scores now. So obviously try to manage your credit because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it to buy things. Uh, yeah, unless you trade, unless you have a lot more money where you can purchase things with cash, then you're all good too. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. We'll be back, man. We teaching the fundamentals of trading and cash management, moving everyone from the ES side to the BI side. You know, employees and self-employed. Move these people. We turn them into business owners and investors, man. Trading and investing in your own companies. That's the key. But yeah, thank you for watching the video, big man. Shout out to Ja.